Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to the Rise of Rome AI game mod thing that we're doing. I have a cough, apparently. I have a interesting tickle in my throat. Like, it's strange, to say the least. But anyway, last time we left off, the United States actually decided to start doing something by genuinely invading Canada. Just after I stopped and saved the game, they actually did move in and take the capital, Winnipeg, so they've moved their capital to the middle of fucking nowhere in Quebec, and they're just calling it Quebec. So, yeah, they can't be that far from friggin' capitulating, like, Jesus Christ, Canada. I mean, they still have a few units left, to be fair, but they're starting to get kind of a little bit hampered up here, which isn't good, because if the Americans were smart, they'd push up here, kill this unit off, and surround this army here and just kill them all off, because that's pretty much the bulk of what's left of Canada's army, besides a couple of units in here in the west. Well, there's really nothing in the east, to be totally honest. These 4 units here could easily just surround and take over this militia. It's not even a good unit. But hey, whatever. So hopefully they can do that. They're also fighting the Mexicans in the south, and the Mexicans are also fighting Nicaragua, and it's not really going that well for either side. Though I imagine Nicaragua is probably going to do a little bit better, hopefully, than than Mexico is doing. With Mexico getting its ass kicked, I imagine Nicaragua is going to make a good, solid push. Though they're at war with the Americans, so we'll see how that goes. Nicaragua's rise to power in Central America may be over before it even starts. So, we'll see. We also had Carthage finally killed Portugal. So that's nice. Unfortunately, Carthage's capital is fully surrounded at this point by Syphax, who has just dominated them and has a good chance of actually killing them. Unfortunately, they joined the ever so popular Comintern, who, by far and large, is still the most popular faction by a long shot. The Allies are doing very poorly, just in general. Their powerhouse, the UK, is still attempting desperately with what's left of Belgium to invade the mainland of Europe, and the Netherlands fell last episode as well, so they're kind of surrounded even more now. Looks like they kind of... What do they do here? They've got 1 troop in here doing stuff. We're just gonna do this. So it's kind of walking this way. I'm not really sure why. I'm not exactly sure what the end game is for this 1 unit. To divide the Axis powers, maybe? I don't really even know. I don't understand what that unit's actually trying to do. But he's trying to do something, God love him. God love him. But yeah, so there's some fighting still going on here, and hopefully now with the Netherlands destroyed, the Germans will make the final pushes, or at least try to make the final pushes. We'll see. The Brits are starting to outnumber the other units and stuff here, which is not great. The Comintern is getting ever so closer to the Axis powers as well, which is a bit unnerving, because I don't think the Axis is quite ready to fight that battle. So if the Polish fall, that's really not good for anybody. The Romanians as well are actually putting up quite a good fight against the Russians. The Russians, I think, are a bit overextended, which is going to be a problem for them come a war with somebody like the Axis powers, who are actually quite strong. Or even, to be fair, Britain and the Allies. They're not pushovers necessarily. I love how Austria's just still Austria. They haven't really changed all that much. Same with like the Italians. The Italians are not in the Axis, I don't believe. Oh no, they are. They're part of the Axis. Sorry. And they're fighting the Swiss, who, besides the Czechs, are really the last major allied nation in Europe. Continental Europe, at least. So yeah, the Axis powers are trying their gosh darn best. Poor little sons of guns. Syracuse still exists. There's a lot of units here helping out Syracuse at this point. Carthage, though, has pulled a crap ton of units into its capital. I'm assuming they've taken that out of Europe to fight off Syphax. And I think if they made a push, they'd do fine, because there's 23, 24, and 13 now. And Syphax is only attacking them with a few. So, yeah. Well, more wars popping up. This is crazy. We're in 1938, almost 1939, and there's still wars. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, so I mean, if Carthage could get a good game plan going on here, they could probably actually just wipe them right out, to be totally honest. Which would be good, because if they could actually conquer this northern part of Africa from Berbers and Syphax, and then get their troops back into the mainland here, that's going to benefit them quite well. Because it looks like the British are trying to create a division line, which is interesting. Don't know how well that's going to go. The Japanese are still holding off. The Soviets, kind of, sort of. Oh, Jesus. So they're still up here. It looks like the Chinese have sent some assistance. I'm not sure which freaking China that is. Is that just Manchukuo? Oh, it is, yeah. So it's Manchukuo's units. So Manchukuo and the Japanese are still holding off the Soviets, kind of. They're not doing a wonderful job, but they're holding them off from fully taking Asia, which is kind of important at this point. Straight up China is doing very poorly, though there's a good chance they could take the Chus out soon, and possibly the Qi here, the QI, the Kui, I'm going to say Kui dynasty. If they can take those out, that's good, because they could reroute the units that are here to then go onto the back burner and protect them from the Soviets attacking them there. Or they could possibly invade some of the other Chinese nations to the south. The Morawawa Empire, which I think is actually Axis, is it not? No, it's nobody. Axis is Nepal, Thailand, and Vietnam. Or, well, that's Japan. So Siam, who really doesn't have very many units. Do they even have any units? Siam. Hey, Siam. Do you have any units? You have a few. You don't have very many, though. Wow. That is not very many troops. It looks like they've been trying to, they've successfully breached here to free Nepal from being fully surrounded by people that want to kill them. So it looks like they tried to liberate Nepal, which is fine. Oh, Jesus. Panama declaring war on Ecuador. Okay, whatever you want to do. Which one? So that's Ecuador. This is Free Panama, which has no troops. Oh, no, it has one, but where is it? Where's the one Panama troop? Where the hell did it... Where is it? They have one. It's not there. Also, neither is their capital. So where the hell... Where in the world did they end up? Wait, what? Carthage capitulated. Holy crap. Punic equipment seized. Wait a fucking second here. Carthage just capitulated to Syphax? No. They did too. Oh, that's really bad. Well, the Axis is now completely fucked. I think the Comintern's got this one in the bag. I can't believe they capitulated. That's insane. Although Carthage units are still exist. So where did Carthage run away? Why does Liberia have land here? Why is Liberia here? I don't really understand that one. French Commune. I'm sorry. The French Commune's alive? As Liberia? I don't think that's right. Liberia is actually doing quite well here in Africa, though, to be fair. Who did they join? Nobody. So they're on their own, along with what's left of Yugoslavia. Although, no, Yugoslavia's still alive. So Yugoslavia has invaded Africa pretty heavily. Wow, I didn't even realize. They're like fucking everywhere here, aren't they? Liberia has expanded significantly. Which, again, I did not realize. Wow. They've got not a whole lot of units, but for Africa, it's quite a bit. Like, they could easily continue, you know. Oh! There's the Free Panama Commune! Okay. Hello, Carthage. How are you alive? Where are you alive at? You're somewhere. If I can click on you. You must be somewhere. Or you're not. Oh, wait. You are. You're still alive here. I can't believe it. Most of their units are intact. They have a lot of units still intact. So what are they doing? Why are they in the middle of the ocean? Why is there a Soviet attacking them? So they survived. They just capitulated most of their land. And now... Oh, I see. There's the Carthage army. I was like, where's the Carthage military? There it is. Looking to retake France. And apparently just one right there for no reason at all. So that's interesting. So Carthage capitulated, but they were given Sardinia and the other island, who I forget the name of, which is one French and one Spanish, or one Italian, I should say. Oh, they also got the Spanish islands here, so Ibiza and stuff. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So they kept a good portion of their army. 19, 28, 12, 1. Wow. So they have a big military. Big military. They're just kind of squished. They're a little bit squished. If they were really, really smart, they would immediately blitz across France, so they avoid getting surrounded by Swiss and Syphax units. Well, because I don't think Syphax has very much, like, very many units. 4. I still don't understand how they managed to take Carthage. I don't understand how they took Carthage, because they had, like, Carthage had a lot of units in there. So Carthage is actually still alive as a power. And they have a lot of power. This is not a small nation sitting around here. These guys are not joking around. Wow, that's interesting. But that also gives the Allies a little bit of a push here too. Because, like, now, are they at war with Syphax? Yeah, they are. Because Syphax is Comintern. But that actually gives the Allies a bit of a push, because there's no way in hell Syphax is going to be able to defend this land. So the Brits could essentially blitz as well. And then they'd probably end up meeting... I imagine Carthage... Well... Carthage wouldn't have too much in the way of issues. Syphax would put up a fight here against the Brits, because they have some units in here actually defending this line, but they have like very few units defending the line with Carthage, so they're getting air bombed as well, so they really don't have good stuff here. Looks like Carthage is actually starting to move out a little bit to retake France to a degree. The Germans are probably pretty happy about Syphax's troops being mostly intact. So I guess a lot of Carthage's troops were stationed like in Italy and Germany for this. I didn't really pay attention to what happened. I was over here, you know. Oh, the Mexicans just capitulated. The Soviets, who are the Brits at war? Or are the Americans? Yeah, they're at war with the Soviets. So the Soviets took that over. So they're going to invade the Soviets here, of course, and then Nicaragua. That'll be interesting. It looks like they've dedicated some more troops towards fighting Canada. They haven't made much of a movement into Quebec though, which is kind of annoying. There's nothing here, and they could take it and then take Canada over. Like, come on, America, you lazy son of a bitch. Just fire a unit into Quebec, quotation marks. I mean, it's in the province of Quebec, I'll give it that. I mean, barely, but it is. Just, what a weird place for a capital. That has to be, like, their last ditch. There's nowhere else they can really go from there. Although they have successfully invaded Alaska, which is probably, to be totally fair. Oh, never mind, they just fucking surrendered. They just gave up, and the United States now has, like, all of North America. Are they at war with the Brits? Yes, they are, so they will most likely send some troops to invade Labrador. I don't think they'll... The AI isn't smart enough to invade Newfoundland, so it's fine. Oh yes, let's call Canada as allies. Yes, the mighty nation of Canada, who is now on Haida Gwaii. Fuck off. What is Canada going to do from Haida-Gwaii? Or Haida-Gwaii? Nothing. I don't even think they can make anything. They do have a port, though. They have a naval base. So who knows? They could come back. Be a superpower. Yeah, just as I thought. Oh, the Mexicans are still alive, too. Where did the Mexicans go? So the Mexicans had to have retreated somewhere. But where? Where in the hell would they put Mexico? That's my question. I need to know this. Because they're still alive. They are still alive. I'm trying to look for their... like a green... their green thing. I don't see it. Maybe they are dead. Maybe they just are fully dead. It's possible. It's weird, though, that it would let me select... you know, and there is a guy, and there is political stuff going on. They're alive somewhere. This is where the hell are they put? Africa? No. I mean, it's hard to put Mexico anywhere, because, you know... I don't know. Whatever. Nicaragua's probably pretty screwed. How many troops does Nicaragua even have? Apparently all this is all Mexican land. 6, 7. Yeah, good luck. Good fucking luck. You're gonna get absolutely sandblasted by the Americans. They're already starting to try and invade that. Oh, hey, the Germans. They have... they have Greenland. Good for them. They haven't even defeated the... oh, no, they defeated the Danes. They're fighting the Swedes. That's right. Has Carthage made any major gains? Not particularly. Not as much as I thought they would. Although they're poking into Brussels and stuff here. Although the Liberian land has gotten a little bit bigger. They're almost to Paris now. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. I wonder if Syphax will actually end up getting, like, overrun by the Carthage troops. I really don't know. It's hard to say. How's Sparta doing, anyway? Down here. We haven't looked at down here yet. Sparta is still invading Macedonia fairly successfully, by the looks of it. This is kind of stalled out here, but hey, that's fine. Whatever floats their boat there. They have to take out these guys first. That's their thing. They're actually not at war with Thrace, though. I don't think. Oh no, they are. They're at war with Thrace and the Serbs. Well, the Yugoslavians. They're not at war with the Romanians, though. Or Hungary. So if they, like, purge here, they'd only have a very small front there, and then just a front with the Austrians. Because they're not at war with Turkey either. I don't think they're... oh, yeah, they are. They're part of the Axis. So they're actually a pretty strong nation with the Axis as well. They have quite a few units. So they're a pretty strong Axis nation as well. What do the Soviets have on plans? Oh my good lord. Lots of shit. Trying to blitz through Romania, it looks like. Probably not going to work out too well in their favor. The Middle East is still hell. The Katabans and Magan, which is basically just Muscat and Oman, are fighting each other. And the Republic of Arab Assembly, which is part of the Comintern. It's weird to see communist Arabs. I have to admit, that's kind of strange. They're so, like, when you think of, like, Arabia and stuff like that, you just think monarchies. So much so. Or even dictatorships to a degree. But, like, never communism. It's a weird one. It's a bit of a weird one. I'll admit, it's kind of strange. I'm stupidly surprised that Ptolemy still exists. They're fighting. They're winning battles. A few of them. One of them now. They still somehow exist. And to the fact where I don't think they even had some of this land before. They're getting pushed back now by the French Commune, which is interesting that they're here now. Nabatea and the Soviets. And who's this? Turkey? Yeah, so Turkey just cut them off. Oh, there's a tank in there. That's not good. I'm shocked that they've lived this long. They have a fortified defensive line, which is probably how they've survived so long there, although I think their defenses just kind of fell. Which is just sad. They're, like, super overrun. super duper overrun, but they're trying their goddamn best. I still can't believe that they're actually alive. They're even trying to invade Kush, the Kush kingdom, who currently is capitalist because the Ptolemaic kingdom took it. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. And Ethiopia here is fighting them too. And the UK. Oh my god. Africa's a mess. What a friggin' nightmare zone. It's just like, there's the few African nations that are here, and then there's your colonizers and stuff. And it doesn't work. It's so gross. Oh, Carthage kept here too. Okay. They have one unit here. Oh, it's German. They're just kind of there. I think they're just kind of protecting it from the few Brazilian divisions that are kicking around. What's interesting is Venezuela, who is winning pretty well against the Colombians by the looks of it. I love how Ecuador just somehow managed to snag Panama and just have a few units just sitting in Panama. It's very interesting. They just keep kind of clashing here at the border. Oh, wow, the Americans. Okay. So the Americans are pushing into Nicaragua pretty heavily. I don't think Nicaragua's going to be around for very much longer there, fellas. It looks like they haven't pushed into Britain here at all. Oh, but the British have been smart enough to land units. There's 3 divisions in Labrador right now. I'm actually very surprised that they were good enough and smart enough to land troops to defend. That's very interesting. Huh. That's kind of surprising, actually. The AI usually isn't that smart, especially from one shitty port. I don't know why the Brits are bothering defending that. They should just let it be lost to the US, honestly. If you ask me. Nicaragua just lost Cancun. There's so many American units here. Holy crap. Oh my god. I don't even think Nicaragua has any units left to defend. Yeah, those aren't even theirs. It's Turkish Republic. The Turks are trying to defend Nicaragua because I think they are, yeah, they're Comintern. So, good luck to that. The Comintern's losing here. They're actually losing land at Caudabon. If these guys would peace and then work together to invade, I think they'd be able to overrun Arabia completely and actually start fighting with Ptolemy, who they're probably both at war with, to be fair. Caudabon is, and no, Magnar isn't. Okay, never mind. You're good there. How's Carthage doing? Poorly, despite having numerical superiority. Okay, good to know. Like, is that a Soviet tank? So the Soviets are actually kicking around now. There's some Syphax units, Syracuse, but there's actually some Soviets. Oh, there's a lot of Soviets, actually. That's interesting. Goddamn Dominican Republic. So Haiti just continuously goes to war with them and then just doesn't bother to, like... Yeah. Italy accepted offer to support their ongoing war. Yeah? Yeah? You fight on their side, do you? Good job. Romania's getting a little bit more active. Oh, they just got surrounded there. That's really not good. Well, that's interesting. Syphax, taking out Carthage. Carthage has a chance, though, to take it back, just because they have a crap ton of units, but if they're not smart enough, they're not smart enough. Also, Belgium? What? Did they expand? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Belgium. Here we go. So the Belgium, they're still allies with the British. It looks like the Belgians just kind of enveloped the land that the British just took, though. That's UK land here. So the Belgians are actually trying to push themselves out, and they're kind of pissed off at Germany about the whole World War I thing. So, good luck to them there. Yeah. Just before oh shit, Qi Dynasty was annexed. So finally, one of the, or the two, Chinese factions here on the coast finally got capitulated by the Chinese, like the proper Chinese. Well, one of the two proper Chinese. So now they can stop worrying about that fight and worry about the impending doom that is the Soviets coming in. Looks like they're setting up a defensive line here. Yeah. So they're setting up a defensive line, which is probably for the best. If they set up forts and a defensive line, they're doing one here as well. they'll probably have a better chance at lasting it out. The Germans are here. Like same with, I think that's pretty much what the Japanese have mostly done. Yeah, there's a big defensive line coming through here, but they've just been able to kind of keep it on the defense. Although, apparently the Germans have been pushing in here, which is interesting. Huh. Oh, Ethiopia just declared war on Ptolemy. Which is, again, different. So, Ptolemy, what are you doing, Ptolemy? We've got this one guy here. I love how Kush hasn't given in, but where's Kush's capital even at this point? I don't even know. I don't see it. So, it's kind of weird. Whatever. Yeah, interesting episode. Didn't expect Carthage to give up like that. Nicaragua just gave up as well. And now the Americans, I believe, are at war with Ecuador. Yeah. So the Americans are going to start to invade South America, I would imagine. Although they're not at war with Colombia, so I wonder if they will declare war on them, or will they ally with them? Hard to say. Hard to say. Won't really know until later. But anyway, thank you much for watching, guys. I will see you all next time. Peace.